to kind of answer the spiritual awakening piece, as I see it in my clients, this happens a lot in my primary mystery school, which is called Golden Goddess, where a lot of the teachings they'll come in and be listening and receiving and learning and kind of still be on the edge of this, like, I kind of get this, but I kind of don't really. It still feels fuzzy, or it still feels kind of a little farther away, or it still feels a little like not quite grasping. And then how my clients in the past have described this to me is that they say that it feels just like a frequency change, where suddenly it's like, oh, like, oh, I get this, kind of like clouds part, like something just changes and suddenly everything's starting to make sense in a much different way. They're starting to see things in a much different way. Um, I've also described it as like kind of going from black and white to technicolor, like where you can understand things in a black and white kind of scenario if you're watching a black and white movie, but it's a completely different experience when it's technicolor, when it changes into like all these tones and colors and hues and gradations and all of that stuff. It's a very kind of abstract way of describing it, but that's the simplest way I can, is that there is just this frequency change where suddenly things are making sense in a different way than they used to, where suddenly you're feeling like sensations and energetics in your body that you haven't felt before, that feel cleaner or clearer or more enlivening or more uplifting than before, where your intuitive abilities are kind of crystallizing a bit more and more, your channels opening a bit more and more. I mean, I have women come into this work who think that they're not intuitive, kind of like I did. And, within a month or so are like, whoa, I had no idea. Or they just start developing their own language with their soul, or their own language with their guides, if that makes sense. So it's, for lack of a better way of putting it, it's just this, it's a paradigm shift that you can't really describe to anybody, because it's something that you have to feel and notice for yourself. And it comes through all of the various subtle realms, both within us and around us.